The Moose Jaw Warriors are looking for a bit of a rebound tonight after a tough end to last week. Hello, I'm Marc Smith, and welcome back into the hangar for tonight's matchup between the Warriors and the Prince Albert Raiders on IKS Media Warriors Live. The Warriors come into tonight after another weekend split. Moose Jaw went into Medicine Hat and won 5-4 in a shootout on Friday, but then came back to Moose Jaw and dropped a 5-1 game to the Tigers, giving up 4 goals in the second period on their way to that loss. The Warriors have yet to win both games during back-to-back sets so far this season. The team will look for a bounce-back performance tonight as they kick off another busy week. Moose Jaw hosts the 6-12 2-0 Raiders tonight for the third meeting of the season between these two East Division rivals. Prince Albert is coming off a 4-2 win over Edmonton last Friday, and the Warriors have won both previous meetings against the Raiders so far this season. So for more on how the Warriors plan to bounce back, let's head down to the Warriors locker room, where I caught up with the newly returned head coach, Marc O'Leary. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary before tonight's game against the Prince Albert Raiders. But before we talk about that, back from the World Under-17 Hockey Challenge where you finished in 4th place with Canada Black, I guess what was the experience like there representing Canada?
It was great. We had a hard-working group, real good staff, and at the end of the day we came close. Not the finish that we wanted, but an overtime loss away from playing for gold, and real proud of the way the guys improved every day, and we had some fun.
Back here in Moose Jaw now, how excited are you to get back to down to work with the Warriors?
Well, there's no place like home, and real excited to be back. Gord and Scott did a great job. As we knew that they would. The team's in good shape here, but we have a tough stretch coming up with a few games before we hit the road. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Did you have a chance to look at any of the video from while you were gone? I guess what are your thoughts on the home against Medicine Hat?
Yeah, I was able to watch a lot of the games actually live, and then afterwards as well. So for me against Med Hat, puck management is not an issue, just something that you continue to work through, and that stubbornness through the neutral zone. I think that's the big thing, but I think just a little bit more structure in our game right now. 5-on-5 is what we're looking for. Our special teams are going pretty well, and we're just looking for a little bit more 5-on-5.
Prince Albert's always a tough team to play against. What's going to be the key for you guys in that one?
Well, number one, getting inside. They do such a great job through the neutral zone to force you into turning pucks over. So puck management will continue to be something that we'll have to harp on. But getting inside in the offensive zone, I think when they're defending hard inside home plate, we have to be willing to get there. And, if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Marc.
Thanks to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Warriors leading scorer Brayden Yager, get his thoughts on what the Warriors can do to build some momentum this week. That's next here on the IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hey Warriors fans, this is Den Matejchuk. Join us this Friday as we host our 3rd annual Hockey Fights Cancer Game. We'll be honoring the fighters, survivors, and everyone impacted by cancer. Get your tickets for the game at mjwarriors.ca.
Is it time to take your event online? Bring it to IKS Live. We've got a fully customized virtual event platform with remote guest support for your next fundraiser, talk show, conference, performance, and more. IKS Live offers live streaming to Facebook Live and YouTube and pre-recorded capabilities, both in our studio with green screen available and on location with pre-production and post-production services. Visit us at ikslive.ca.
Hey guys, this is Brayden Yager. This Friday we're hosting our 3rd annual Hockey Fights Cancer Game. We'll be honoring those who continue their battle with cancer and remembering those who lost their fight. Get tickets for the game at mjwarriors.ca.
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we count down to puck drop here between the Warriors and the Raiders. Let's now head back down to the Warriors locker room where I had a chance to speak with leading scorer Brayden Yager ahead of tonight's game. Speaking with Moose Jaw Warriors forward Brayden Yager before tonight's game against the Prince Albert Raiders, let's go back to last weekend. A big win on Friday and a shootout in Medicine Hat, then fall to the Tigers here at home. What were your thoughts on those two games?
Yeah, I don't think they were our best two games. Obviously they're more of a bottom team, and they kind of outplayed us in all three zones. So, I think we got to prepare better for a game, and any team can beat any team in any given night. So, I think we're gonna get ready to play tonight and play a hard physical team.
This team struggled in back-to-back games this year. Is there something you guys can learn from that?
Yeah, we've been talking about that, just being be ready every night, and whether it's a road trip there and a day trip back, and it doesn't matter the circumstances. We just got to be ready to go and be ready to win games.
PA comes in, they're always a hard-working team and a tough team to play against. What do you guys have to do to have success against them?
Yeah, I think just push back. They're one of the hardest teams to play from the teams we've played, and they're super physical. They play hard, and I think if we can just play faster than them and play physical as well, I think we'll be just fine.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks to Brayden Yager for joining us here on the pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. We'll start with the Moose Jaw Warriors, who turned to 17-year-old netminder Jackson Unger in net. Jackson came in relief on Saturday of Connor Unger. He's 2-4 in 7 appearances this season with a 4.01 goals against average and an .870 save percentage. On the back end, Denton Matejchuk, 3 goals, 15 points so far this season. He's paired with defensive partner Cole Jordan, 2 goals, 7 points this year for the 20-year-old defenseman. Up front, it will be Josh Hoekstra centering a line. A little bit of a different look for the Warriors here tonight up front. Only 10 forwards, so their lines are a little bit different. Josh Hoekstra centering a line with Eric Alry and Jagger Furcus. Hoekstra, 1 goal, 3 points this year. Alry, 4 goals, 12 points. Furcus is tied with Calvert and Yager for the goal-scoring lead on the Warriors with 9. He has 21 points, second on the team behind Yager. Also should be noted, Warriors 20-year-old forward Ryder Korzak is a scratch here tonight. He was sent back by the New York Rangers to the Western Hockey League and the Moose Jaw Warriors on Monday. He will be arriving in the friendly city in a couple of days. He's driving back from Hartford, Connecticut, where he was playing with the Hartford Wolfpack in the American Hockey League. So hoping to be in the lineup for Friday's home game when the Warriors take on the Swift Current Broncos for Hockey Fight Cancer Night. Let's move over to the Prince Albert Raiders. They will have 18-year-old goalie Max Hildebrand in net. Max is 1-2 this season in 7 appearances with a .349 goals against average and an .858 save percentage. On the back end, it's a dynamic duo of Nolan Allen, 4 goals, 10 points on the year for the Chicago Blackhawks first-round pick. He's paired with Landon Kosher, the 20-year-old, 8 goals, 18 points so far this year for the defenseman Landon Kosher on the back end. Up front, Keaton Sorensen will center a line with Ryder Ritchie and Sloan Stanek. Sorensen, 8 goals, 12 points this year. Ryder Ritchie, 2 goals, 7 points. Stanek, 4 goals and 14 points so far this season for the Prince Albert Raiders. So that's how they're lining up. Thank you for tuning in here on our pregame show here on IKS Media Warriors Live. If you're wanting to catch game action, head over to Country 100 and catch James Gallo and Derek Kletzel. If you're tuning in on WHL Live, you can stick right here. For those of you on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, we'll see you on the postgame show here on IKS Media Warriors Live. Let's now head down to ice level where the pregame show is about to get underway.